Oh, give thanks unto the I am, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever. Let the redeemed of the I am say so, whom he hath redeemed from the hands of the enemy, and gathered them out of the lands, and from the east, and from the west, and from the north, and from the south. They wandered in the wilderness in a solitary way. They found no city to dwell in. Hungry and thirsty, their souls fainted within them. Then they cried unto the I am in their trouble, and he delivered them out of their distress. And he led them forth by the right way, that they might go to a city of habitation. Oh, that men would praise the I am for his goodness and for his wonderful works to the children of men. For he satisfies the longing soul and filleth the hungry with goodness. Yes, deliver me from the hands of the evil spirits who have swayed the thoughts of men's hearts. And let them not lead me astray from thee, my God. Establish thou me and my seed, that we go not astray from henceforth and forevermore. Jubilees chapter 12 and verse 20. Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, those of you on this platform and those shared platforms. Yes, we thank God for you. Yes, and he is so worthy to be praised. Oh, yes, God is worthy to be praised. Yes, it's a beautiful day. Right now it's Tuesday. Where you at? I don't know what day it is, but it's either the morning, even, or afternoon, or even. But either way, good day, good morning. All praises to the Most High. Yes, yes, yes. That was get up, stand up. Yes, we need to stand up for what's right in the Most High, and that his laws, statutes, ordinances, and commandments are the light of the world, even that purifies. Yes, it's like full of soap. Hallelujah. Yes. Clean you up. I am not talking about clean. You talking about make you clean, make you pure. The statutes, commandments, and ordinances, and the law of the Most High will make one pure and perfect. More to be desired are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold, sweeter than the honey of the honeycomb. Yes, 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 and with a hand clap of praise, we thank God for those of you that have been with us since the beginning, and those of you who have just subscribed and come here and there's about, and those of you who had also just subscribed, maybe yesterday, today, last night, or whatever. We thank God for you too. We give God the glory and the praise for you, and those of you that are about to subscribe. We calling those things that are not as though they are, giving God glory and praise even for you. Yes, we're in the book of Jasher, chapter. Still, we're in chapter 85. Chapter 85. 85 days. That's been quite a while, but it's okay. When God gives someone like me a determination just to do those things that most people wouldn't think to do. You know, the person reading for money, I don't get anything for this, but I thank God. Because even if it's just one person listening, or one person that gathers something from this, or one person that changed their life and come out from among them and be ye separate, it's all worth it. It's all worth it. See, the heathen don't think like that. That's okay. They don't think like that, but the man and woman of God thinks like that. Just one. Because God thinks small, but he acts big. God is not going to use a lot of people because he don't really need us. He don't even need our praise if he don't want it. He has angels praising him 24/7. Yes, he does. And people currently still trying to figure God out. Yes. But anyway, we're trying to keep this time down on this Jasher. And those of you who want to continue, that was Psalms 107, and I read from verse 1 through 9. You can as you wish, you go ahead and read those Psalms daily. It's more of a, should I say, how would they call it? It's more a preamble to what we're going to do. It's like a morning prayer or something like that. Devotional. Yes, that's the word I wanted to use. A devotional. is what it is. So we're in Jasher Chapter 85. And so the news of Israel traveled all over the known world at that time, that their God is with them, and that they're on the march to move toward a land of habitation where God is going to give them. And in verse 35 it says, "And the elders of Moab, behold, the two kings of the Amorites, Sihon and Og, who were more powerful than all the kings of the earth, could not stand against the children of Israel. How then can we stand before them?" Powerful. It wasn't the children of Israel. It was God for the sake of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yes, that's who it was for. Their fathers. And surely they sent us. Have you ever had somebody just take you and say, "Oh yes, I knew your father," and just treat you with so good, and they knew the promises that God, their father, have made, and the things that their father had done to it, and just treated you so good, and whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. And they just treated you good anyway because you were somebody they really respected. You came from somebody they really respected, and they just wanted to show honor. It's not you. You haven't done nothing. But it's the thing they have in their heart and the promises they said to themselves to the late parent that you have come from. It's the same way with God. But God got a plan. As I always keep reiterating, it's not about all those were just, these are just things from the kings from here all the way to the book of Malachi, because I am not even counting the New Testament much. I might refer to it every now and then because it's null and void, period. But all the way from here to the book of Malachi, as it's not in any chronological order, but the fact is that, you know what I'm saying, to where God stopped before the great deception began. Now, God has a remnant, and it's all there. You don't need the New Testament to even tell you this. I knew a guy, I was younger then, he looked at me, and this is a Caucasian guy, he's an old guy. He said, "You know what?" He looked at me with like reverence. But either way, the guy said, "I don't read the New Testament." I used to always wonder why. He said, "I do not read it." He would talk to me about scripture. He would say many things, many intriguing things. But he never came from the New Testament. Never. And he went to a Christian church, maybe because of tradition or because that's where his friends were or whatever. But he did not like the New Testament. And this guy was very wise. Very wise. I mean, as far as in the things, that the Bible says, yes, he was very wise. Plus a successful, career he had also. Now, and verse 36, "And surely they sent us a message before now to pass through our lands on their way, and we would not suffer them now. And they will turn upon us with their heavy swords and destroy us." And Moab was distressed on account of the children of Israel. Their heavy swords? You mean they went with spears and, just with all these cloth or skin type shields? Apparently they had known more of the iron, and they knew a lot about the copper, and they knew about setting the battle in array as far as we understand. And this was way before the Crusade days. And he says, "Now they will turn upon us heavy swords and destroy us." And Moab was distressed on account of the children of Israel, and they were greatly afraid. And of them they counseled together what was to be done of the children of Israel. And the elders of Moab resolved and took one of their men, Balak. This is where you read in the 66th book. Balak, the son of Zippor, the Moabite, and made him king over them. Okay. At that time. And Balak was a very wise man. Okay. "And the elders of Moab rose up and sent to the children of Midian to take peace with them, to make peace with them. For a great battle and enmity had been in those days between Moab and Midian from the day of Hadad, the son of Bedad, king of Edom, who smote the Midian in the field of Moab unto these days. And the children of Moab set the children of Midian, and they made peace with them and the elders of Midian, and came to the land of Moab to make peace in behalf of the children of Midian. And the elders of Moab counseled with the elders of Midian what to do in order to save their lives from Israel. Well, these guys were really serious. And all the children of Moab said to the elders of Midian, now therefore, children of Israel, lick up all that are round about us. In other words, they're boasting. Oh, we bad. And just like some of you in the Sahel and different parts of the continent, you hear the West saying, just whatever. We don't want your money. We don't care about throwing this money at you. We're gonna get way we have gotten, and we will get way more money than we will ever give to you. That's why I tell you, you don't owe them any money. You owe them zilch. They owe you everything. Now, I mean, to even collect the debt, the only debt that you really would pay off is between China and Russia. That's it. As far as the other ones, I would let them come with their armies, because they're going to lose. God's giving you back your land. He's giving you back everything. So they cannot even go against God in that area. He does what he wants to do. He's setting it up as we even speak. And the elders of Moab counseled with the elders of Midian what to do in order to save their lives from Israel. And all the children of Moab said to the elders of Midian, now therefore the children of Israel lick up all that are round about us, and the ox licks up the grass of the field. But they do to the kings of the Amorites, who are stronger than we are. In other words, they're strong. These people are something. It was God that is stronger than they are. You have no boast. And the elders of Midian said to Moab, we have heard that time when Sihon, king of the Amorites, fought against you, and he prevailed over you and took your land. And he sent to Beor, son of Janus, and to Balaam, his son from Mesopotamia. And they came and cursed you. Therefore did the hand of Sihon prevail over you, that he took your land. Now, Balaam is an arch enemy of Israel. He was an arch enemy of Moses. I mean, this guy hated Moses from a toddler. Wicked to the bone. Now, therefore, send you also to Balaam and his son, for he still remains in the land, and give him his hire, that he may come and curse all the people of whom you are afraid. So the elders of Moab heard this thing, and it pleased them to send to Balaam, son of Beor. This man is old now. He's probably in his hundreds somewhere. So Balak, the son of Zippor, king of Moab, sent messengers to Balaam, saying, behold, there is a people come out of Egypt. Behold, they cover the face of the earth, and they abide over against me. Now, therefore, come and curse this people for me. That this is the same thing in your 66 books. See, this is why I'm so against this Greek translation, that Septuagint that you call it. You have some people that try to counteract and say, oh, it came from, I don't believe a word you say, because it don't jive. You say the book of Jasher is this and that and this and that and that and that. I go somewhere and put your head in the sand, because you're just as blind as the ones who believe a lot of that stuff that they have concocted out of those books. And the same thing when you even get to the Ethiopian Coptic Bible, you're going to have to be careful. It's no color barrier to those who would try to distort the things to make you blind, because it was mandated by the Most High because of Deuteronomy chapter 28. That if you be willing and obedient, if you do that which is right in the sight of the Most High, he said, blessed shall ye be when you come in and go out. But then on the other hand, on the flip side, if you do that opposite of what God says, he said, curse. And he named all the curses that shall come to pass. Now I want you to just look at that. So you cannot go in front of it, neither can you go behind it. So if you look to the left or the right, you're going to be cursed. If you look behind, you're going to be cursed. But if you march forward, not counting your life, counting even all the things that you have accumulated. Yeah, use your stuff. Enjoy the fruit of your labors. But once it's gone, it's gone. But even if you die, don't even worry about your death, in the fruit of your labors, because you're just here for a short time anyway. Don't worry about it. You do what you have to do. You go where you have to go, and you live how God said you should live. Yes, you should do that. It would be most beneficial to you. So the messengers of Balak went to Balaam. And brought Balaam to the course of the people to fight. In verse 48. And Balaam came to Balak to curse Israel. And the I Am said to Balaam, curse not this people, for it is blessed. And Balak urged Balaam day by day to curse Israel, but Balaam hearkened not to Balak on account of the word of the I Am, which he had spoken to Balaam. So when Balak saw that Balaam would not concede or accede to his wish, so he went up and rose up and went home. And Balaam also returned to his land. This old man he went to Midian, where he do a little soothsaying and talks to his devils. And the children of Israel journeyed from the plain of Moab and pitched by Jordan from Beth Jezimoth, or Azimuth, ain't no J there, even unto the Abel Shittim. This says Shittim, Abel Shittim, at the end of the plains of Moab. Now, and verse 52, and when the children of Israel abode in the plain of Shittim, they began to commit whoredoms with the daughters of Moab. You see, God didn't allow Israel to mingle with anyone. That wasn't his plan. That wasn't it. See, you notice in many times, just to mention your book, they would try to, see, this was a deception. When Paul and Peter and them said they was going to sit, and they didn't want to be bothered, they sat and ate away from the heathen. Let me tell you something. That was a good thing that they did. When you eat off the grill, I mean, when you knowingly know they have put pork and all kind of crustaceans and abominations that God told you not to even touch, and you eating the same beef. Oh, we got beef for you, but yet they got pork chops on one side and beef on the other. You gotta be careful, because you wind up in sin. So the fact is that we have to be careful. Even the Israelites of that day, they would eat their own food, cook their own food, and would not have such a thing to do with the heathen and their wicked ways. And even if you go to another land, it's best that you seek out and ask. Maybe mostly a Muslim country or a place where Muslims are, you will not find any pork or crustaceans or anything that they're eating. Some of them eat that crustacean, but that's not the way of God. I'm talking about shrimp and all these shellfish and stuff like this, and these catfish and stuff. It's best just to pick off a tree and get some fruit and eat it. Wash it off good. If there's any pesticides on it, just peel it. It'd be all right. This is where a lot of us, we want to eat fruit so easy. Especially in this country, we want to eat fruit so easy. Peel your fruit. Peel your fruit. If you don't do nothing but carry a potato peeler in your pocket, when you get an apple or something, a fruit, or even a peach, pull out your potato peeler and start peeling. But this is where your pesticides are, in the peel. Although they're nutritious, it's where your pesticides are. And I don't care how many times they tell you can wash it out. A lot of that stuff, if it stays in there after the rain and during the time and not even wear off, how long do you think it's going to stay before it gets in your body? The minute chemicals of the pesticide is going to build up, period. And you take it from there. Now, let's continue. And then when the children of Israel abode in the plain of Shittim, they began to make whoredom with the daughters of Moab. In other words, that's Ruth country. Oh, these women are fine. Woo! She was a Moabitess. Black women. Yeah, they were black. But the fact is, Moab is occupied by, should I say, mixed people. according to Anubantu and Gortmula in their books, History of the Ancient Hebrews and Arabs. Now, in 53, and the children of Israel approached Moab, and the children of Moab pitched their tents opposite to the camp of the children of Israel. And the children of Moab were afraid of the children of Israel. And the children of Moab took all their daughters and their wives of beautiful, fine women. All the shape you want to get, but that don't make it. What did the beauty of holiness? See, this is what they missed. The beauty of a woman that keeps the commandments, statutes, and ordinances. Yes, the other ones are attractive, and they catch your eye and all this stuff, but then you got to turn and say, no, I can't do it. Even the most righteous of men, these women can catch your eye. They know it. From little girls, you start seeing how they look at themselves budding out. They know it. You see them, their mothers prancing them on social media, their little children, and then wonder why the perverts are acting the way they are. Look what you're doing to your daughter. You're teaching her before she even makes a choice to do what she do. You teach your daughter how to dance in your home or wherever you are, not in the face of the public. You don't know what mentality you're dealing with of the people that are watching. You don't. Now, come the appearance, dressed them in gold and silver and costly garments. And the children of Moab seated those women at the door of their tents in order that the children of Israel might see them and turn to them and not fight against Moab. See, look what they did. They in verse 54, he went, says, all their daughters and wives of beautiful aspect and come to appearance. They was even giving up their wives. And dressed them in gold and silver. In other words, they had a whole smorgasbord of beautiful, shapely, fine. They didn't have too much the makeup that we understand it today, but they did just like the Egyptians in so many ways. Fine. Looking good. Make sure you see the waistlines and all this other stuff. And you can find out some of the men of Israel, like with their tongue hanging. Oh, man, ooh. See, this is why the Bible warns the man. The woman has the power because God has given her the power to attract a man, her husband, supposedly. And this is the evil. This is the desire that Satan uses with men. And it's the lure. See, woman is a lure. She cannot force you in many ways, and 99% of the time she cannot force a man, but she lures a man because she only receives as far as the body and copulation is concerned. And then a lot of times she want to receive all the money you got too. But anyway, she receives and the man gives. This is the way his body is like. He gives life to the woman. He can give wealth to the woman. He gives a lot of things. A woman receives from a man, but also she helps. By her receiving, she gives you back a child. By her receiving, she gives you back food to eat. By her receiving, she gives you back clothes that she's made. See, this is what I'm saying. It's not no 50-50 really, but to tell you the truth, if she has to help you in that area, if she loves you and and you two just got it is what it is, and y'all just helping each other, she's going to do what she has to do because you are her family. That's what it is. Now, let's continue. Now, and the children of Moab did this thing to the children of Israel, and every man placed his wife and daughter at the door of the tent, and all the children of Israel saw the act of the children of Moab, and the children of Israel turned to the daughters of Moab and coveted. They desired them. See, the old English word said covet, but it's desire. Desire is not evil when you are not desiring your man's acts, his wife, his daughter, his manservant, his maidservant, his ass. Now, my meaning can go further than that, but still, you got those that do that too. But either way, and it came to pass that when a Hebrew came to the door of the tent of Moab and saw a daughter of Moab, and he desired her in his heart, and spoke with her at the door of the tent which he desired, While as they were speaking together, the men of the tent will come out and speak to the Hebrew like unto these words. Like some of you, so you think you all cool. This fine woman sitting up there. Oh, she's at the apartment. Come on up to my place. All of a sudden, bam, bam, pow, whoom. That's it. You dust. They done you, yeah, you really dusty then. Because you're going to be in the dust. In other words, don't let your desires get the best of you, young man. God warns you every day, simple-minded young man, thinking that you understand everything. Surely you know that we are brethren. We are descendants of Lot, and the descendants of Abraham, his brother. Wherefore then will you not remain with us? Wherefore you will not eat our bread or our sacrifice? Yeah, so we can say that King David's wife was King David's grandma, the Moabitess. She was, because they were still Shemites. Regardless, they were Shemites. He didn't marry out of his general lineage. So, and when the children of Moab had thus overwhelmed him with their speeches and enticed him by their flattering words, they seated him in the tent and cooked and sacrificed for him, and he ate their sacrifice and of their bread. What? Food sacrificed to devils? It's just like when somebody pray to you in their name of Jesus. Don't accept that food. He's not a God. There's no middleman with God. There is no middleman at all. And I'm sure if this entity that was there and knew what the people were doing, he would stop you right then and there. But regardless, they gave him wine to drink, and he became intoxicated. And they placed her before a beautiful damsel, and he did with her as he liked, and he knew not what he was doing. And as he drunk plenty of wine, then the children of Moab to Israel in that place in the plain of Shittim, that angered the anger of the I Am was kindled against Israel on account of this matter, and he sent a pestilence among them, and there died of the Israel 24,000 men. We're going to stop right there, and we're trying to whittle our way down to a certain amount of minutes. And with this, we're going to say, don't follow your desires when they're evil. Yes, you're going to feel this urge. You're going to feel the desire. But what is more practical? Your mind, the commandments, statutes, ordinances. Even you, woman, when you choose or allow a man into your life, what does he know of the statutes, ordinances, and commandments of the Most High? It's better to be alone than sit up there and be miserable with someone that's always doing contrary to what the word of the Most High say. And if you do these things and choose wisely and receive wisely, then you will have peace.
Walk with me.